Good morning, Solid Steppers. This is Miss Ward coming to you from early morning South Florida. Sitting here pondering a couple of things. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know, I'm sure people who get tidbits left and right out of the words I have to share on a daily basis, I'm sure somebody else needs to hear them sometime. So just share, like, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I really appreciate the support as the channel is growing and organically, and I'm really happy and impressed with that, and I thank you for your support. Shout out to Jermaine and Jeff for my Cash App hookup. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for supporting me. To all my customers in my consultation business, thank you again for your support. I hope I'm not only giving you value, but much more than you expected. That's just how I get down. And last but not least, today we're going to talk about accountability. You know, I think it's important that, you know, people throw all these cliches out, you know, you're as good as the 5 people you know or your 5 friends, and that you got to surround yourself with people that are next level. That's true. But one thing that they leave out is accountability. When you got those kind of accountability partners that ain't just rah-rah cheering you on, but holding you accountable for what you said you were going to do and why you need to do it, is, you know, because, you know, you got people like me who get a straight attitude when somebody say, well, maybe you should try this and that. And in my brain, I got this idea, right? And I'm stuck on this damn idea, and that could be dumb as hell. But I'm so focused on this idea and how I want to do it, I can't take any input from anybody else. That's a problem. And then when you meet up again, you still ain't did the first initial thing you said you was going to do. But if you had listened to your friend and did the suggestion and then put that on autopilot, because, you know, I got this friend, right? And she is just big about automating everything. She ain't trying to break a sweat. She going to do the front end work, put it in place, but she's all about set it and forget it. Whereas I'm more hands-on. I got to see it. I got to shape it and mold it. But the reality, how do I multiply myself if I'm touching everything? You know, how do I multiply myself if I'm dotting I's and crossing T's in areas that I can delegate and automate? So she's absolutely right. We were having a conversation about Patreon, right? And I was like, yeah, but I want to do this and I want to do that, and I'm really not feeling that Patreon thing. And, you know, she looking at me like, you're building the business and the brand. Like, there's certain things that need to be in place for growth measurement and to reach out to your viewers and da-da-da, you know? And so we had an undercover showdown about that. But the reality is she's my friend and she's actually damn right. You know, so of course I'll be adding Patreon to the channel along with some other things. But my biggest deal, I want to make sure that I'm putting proper content in the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so anal. Anything attached to my name, I just want it at a certain level in a certain way. At the same time, perfection will slow your ass up. And I think that's what a lot of us need to understand. Number one, we need to be held accountable by people we respect and processes we respect or put in place. And I think that's key. So like in my consultations, I've talked to a lot of people and, you know, they want to start this, they want to do this, but they're really all over the place. And that's because they're really excited about, they found something they kind of undercover like, you know. But like I said, find out the part of the business that you enjoy and turn that into a profitable business. I spoke with one of my mentees and, you know, smart guy. He had had picked up some appliances so he could master the game by hands-on, which is, I think, absolutely brilliant. A lot of people don't even go to that extent, and then they wonder why they get in the field and they awkward. And so you got to go out in the field and make multiple mistakes when you can have a project at the crib getting it knocked out. But you know, everybody got their way. I ain't knocking it. Some people grow and learn differently. You know, do what works for you. But the key is have a measuring stick for the progress. So at the end of the day, you know, you need to develop an accountability partner and an accountability group. I have a couple accountability partners, but I kind of use them for different things. I have one accountability partner that I've known for a while, she's in business and she's big on the credit game and things like that. So I gotta definitely keep that link, because the credit game it stays the same, but it changes, and the methods and how you approach it change, particularly if you're dealing with personal credit or business credit. And I always preach that you should be on top of that, because credit and cash is a tool, and using other people's money as a tool. One of the biggest things I preach about I'm sorry, y'all, I really didn't get any sleep last night because I got so much on my mind that I want to get done. You ever been up at night and be like, damn, I don't know what to do next, and you just be doing dumb, like cleaning stuff, moving this, doing that. It ain't moved nowhere near your project. That type of situation. So this morning I get up like I got a damn hangover and I don't even drink. But it's the part of business ownership. You're constantly going to be on, something, because you want to improve the business, and your job is to make it easier as you go, not harder. So that goes back to automation and putting systems in place. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. Like, me getting up, being in the truck this time of morning, there's going to come a time where I'm not going to be in this truck at all. I'm going to be in the Rover with the logo and the wrap on it. And that's the plan. And I might be going in, to fill in some spaces here and there, but I definitely won't be in this on a regular basis. But that's because that's how I structured my business out and planned it out, I wanted to get a feel of the landscape, then that way I could coach, train, and manage the business while I was opening other ventures. That's my plan. Now, everybody else may have a different plan. Everybody's like, how you get subs? I mean, at the end of the day, do you want subs, or do you just want to send out leads and jobs and manage those situations from the financial end? Like, there's so many ways to skin the cat in the service industry, but people are so used to that old school, I want to touch this, I want to hold this, I want to do that, I don't want to share that. You got to realize you can't have the whole pie. They get to the top. There are people that run multi-million-dollar businesses and they don't clear $1 million, take home, because between the profit, the automation, the systems in place, they might get maybe 300, 400,000, and that's if they're doing multiple millions. And I don't think people understand it. Business, it's the whole point of having a business is to create generational wealth and cash flow. But whatever you have to grow that by investing it in cash flowing assets. It's really, really simple. People just make it hard. And the key is, the other thing is build your round table. When you build your round table, you can invest in business. This is with people you trust and who you develop a relationship with, because you're supporting each other in one another's businesses. Y'all don't have to be all in the same business. Let's get that together. All of y'all don't have to be the same type of business owner. This is what I'm saying about the diversity of your table. If they killing the game, you need to be at the table. You need to see where you can help and your insight can help. And they can do the same for you, but you got to be open to listen. And I think that's part of the problem. Like, I know with me, I'm stubborn as hell. So I constantly have to check myself. And I'm only stubborn because that was a skill set I needed at a time in my life where there was several obstacles in my way. And if I was daunted by the wall in front of me, I wouldn't be who I am today, which is the fabulous, phenomenal Miss Ford. So you got to realize that's life. So as you're moving through, get a process in place. Find somebody you respect that's going to hold you accountable. And then be honest with them. If you can't be honest with them, then you don't need to be dealing with that person, because there's a reason why you're not comfortable. There got to be people in your life that you can flesh this out. You can put all your stuff on the table, your failures, your triumphs, and your goals, and they can help shape and mold that for you, Or they're going to give you advice because they are either there or leaving that going to the next level. But they're more than happy, to share some things with you. The only thing they want you to see is put it in action. Because you putting it in action is a testament to your relationship. And I don't think people understand that. It's like when I deal with my mentees and do these consultants, I'm looking for you to put that information I'm giving you in action, or else I'm not really talking to you no more. And the reason is because you are really an extension of my thoughts, my dreams, and my goals. And if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to do it right. So managing my business, building the consultation side that I didn't expect to come out of this, and doing it right is a whole nother task. And I don't think people understand that whenever you're in business, there are other avenues that are going to open, and you have to take the time to not only monetize them, but offer the premium service, and that's what I do. You know, my mentees and they come to me and they're begging for things that don't exist. So if they're begging me or asking me for some things, then that means I need to put a vehicle in place that serves that need, because they're not the only people that are having this problem. There may be some people that don't want a consultation from me, but they may need help with business credit. Well, guess what? That's in the description below. There's a link for that. There's people that have been in the business, but they're stuck and can't get to the next level. There is a consultation link for that. You know, the key to the game is you got to be able to structure and get things in order. There are people who haven't started their business. There's a link for that. So at the end of the day, you got to really do the research, know what you're getting into, so you can make the proper moves. And you got to be able to have conversations and a sounding board that as you hit these roadblocks in your development, they can coach and assist you through it. Like, prime example, I have one of my mentees. He did a seal system yesterday, and it took him several hours because he ran into some things because he took a shortcut. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me pause. This is my mom.